Tired of digging around the dirt to hide your belongings? Well, today we've got 5 quick and simple tips to hide all your stuff in plain sight. LED candles are cheap and effective ways to add some ambiance to the room without all the melting wax. All you have to do is flip your LED candle over and grab a nice sturdy flathead. Remove the battery cover and find an area that'll give you a good leverage. Hold the candle steady and pop the entire bottom portion out. You find that the inside is hollow and just begging to be filled with your hard-earned emergency fund. Once you stuff your goodies inside, simply push the battery pack back into place and set the candle up as usual. As long as you're careful, everything will work just like it did in the beginning. Anyone up for a game of yellow ball? Tennis. This one is so simple and the results are amazing for small items. Just get a 3-pack of tennis balls and pop the top. Spin the ball of your choice up and grab a sharp knife or utility blade. Carefully press directly into the rubber and slowly cut down the side of the ball. After you feel the cut is big enough to fit your item inside, squeeze the ball at the ends and slide your belongings into the hole. When you release, it's going to close up and look like a normal tennis ball. Now you might be wondering if it's difficult to remove your items, and I'll be honest, it's not simple, but if you dig your finger in, you should not have any problems at all. Keep in mind that in a worst case scenario, you could always cut the ball in half and get at your things. Now let's continue keeping things simple for a second. Lip balm. Sure, it helps those chapped lips stay at bay. It can also help hide away your hard-earned cash. The process is quite simple. Grab your lip balm and find the crevice between the cap and the base. Place a knife into this area and slowly cut through until the cap easily pops off. With the sticker on both sides intact, it's going to appear as a new container to the untrained eye. Now spin the knob at the bottom quite a few times and pull the balm itself out of the tube. Now if you don't like wasting things, put it in a Ziploc bag for later use. Now US dollars won't fit directly into the tube without some folding ingenuity, but it's simple. Take the bills that you want to conceal and fold them in half vertically. Then fold them in half horizontally. Now just roll the bill, leaving some room in the center. Simply slide it in and cap the top. Put it in your pocket and go on your way. I doubt that any potential mugger is going to want your lip balm. Now this is one of my favorites, but it takes just a bit more work than the others. We're going to need a product in a can and a little glass jar. I used an empty jar of minced garlic, a side cutting can opener, and some super glue. I have an automatic side cutting can opener I nabbed at a thrift store for $1. It cuts the top off without revealing that the can has been tampered with. We also made sure to use a can with a tab on top to avoid further scrutiny. Once open, pour the contents into some Tupperware for later use and rinse the lid and the can out and then dry them thoroughly. Now, glue the lid from your jar to the lid of the can and we're almost ready to go. We use glass because of the weight, as we don't want the can to feel empty. If you want to add more weight for realism, you can also add rocks or sand to the bottom of the can itself. Once the lids are bonded, simply place your items into the jar and screw it on tight. Just press the entire apparatus into the can until the base and top look flush, and suddenly your $2 can of Chef Boyardee just turned into a secret safe. Oh, bonus note, let's say you're camping and you're in a serious emergency. You need the contents inside right now. Well, you know the old saying, break glass in case of emergency. Now this is my absolute favorite and why it was saved for last. Get yourself a Tupperware container and a pot and a cheap plant. Place whatever you need to hide outside of your house into the container. I'm opting for house keys here because it makes the most sense. Now put the container into the pot and remove the plant from its shackles. Fill in some dirt around it and then carefully place the plant on top, trying your best to make it look natural and nondescript. To any passerby, it'll appear as a simple house plant, but you know better. It contains the keys to your castle. Place it somewhere you can access if you ever lose your keys and let it linger in case of an emergency. I even suggest making a separate key just for this reason. If you have enough plants laying around, it won't look out of place at all. Seriously, who needs a locksmith when you have a green thumb? Life hacks like these have been a mainstay for Household Hacker, and we get our inspiration everywhere. Audible.com is one of them. Recently, I listened to the book Life Hacks, 163 Insider Tricks Experts Use to Manage Day-to-Day Life. It's by the author Sarah Goldberg. It's filled with all kinds of fantastic tricks that can save you money and time. Just go to audible.com/household and snag this book for free, or over 150,000 others. Just sign up and see what they got. We're talking sci-fi, tips, mystery, anything and everything. Again, that's audible.com/household to get your free audiobook download. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Thanks everyone for watching. Here's a couple more videos to check out if you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the flip side.